Hello and welcome, friends. Today I'm going to be talking with you guys about my deck tech, about my Storm deck, the deck that got me 74% win rate during season one and get you started to climb the ladder on the season two. This deck I built and I played more than 300 games with. So let's dive right in. Skits. It's a late addition to the deck that got released within the subscription. He's an awesome card that guarantees that you're gonna drop a gold card if you play him in the first couple of turns. In the late game, he's not useless. Also, the opponent has to deal with the card, so it doesn't draw you a gold card still, but he will probably die if he's played in the late stages of the game. But at the late stages, he is utilized to ready flashy up. So he's green, he's free, and together with Batman, you can grapple, hook him, and play him twice and untap flash twice. That's pretty strong. So he's useful throughout the whole game. The next card, Mr. Alfred the Butler, an awesome card that replaces itself. So he's a broom card with the deploy of drawing you a card, and that's huge because it guarantees that you're going to be playing every single resource in your turns. So you play a bronze, and sometimes he's going to fix your your hand, your gameplay. Sometimes you only have him as bronze. You play him and you draw another bronze on two bronze, and you can play the second bronze, and that's it. That's his strength, and the opponent has to deal with him because of his start attribute that creates a bandage every turn. That means that he will combo off with other cards in the deck, like Pedro Pena. Every card that you cast is gonna make him bigger. With Batman, his bandages will draw you cards. So, and you're gonna heal whatever you want. And he's a very strong card, very solid, very consistent. Pedro Pena, it's one card that doesn't look all that good, but he actually is because of gadgets and boats. He gets really big really fast, even as early as turn one silver. On one silver, you can cast like a bat cycle, a couple of badges, gadgets, I mean, and he will be a 7/4. So your opponent has to keep an eye on him, and he's hard to be taken out of the game because of aura and he forced health. So he's an awesome card that can be utilized against the aggro decks to block and on the offensive with the gadgets and the bolts. John Diggle, he gets bigger when Batman is activated, when Shazam is activated, when Eugene gets dropped, Bluebird gets dropped. So he gets big really fast, and the opponent has to deal with him. He's a good blocker, a solid guy all around. Eugene Choi creates lightning bolts. Lightning bolts makes your deck work better with Flash, with Pedro Pena, and so just a solid card with aura and free defense. He's a good blocker against the aggro decks. Energy Blast, a versatile card that can go face or clear board, whatever is most appropriate at the time. And the versatility makes this card extremely strong. Detective Chimp is Alfred without the bandage creation, but he has evade. He's an extremely good card that will draw you a card almost every time that you play him, and it makes a little bit of information. Sometimes you get to know what cards your opponent isn't playing and is playing, and just by playing him on turn one, and he fixes your curve. A good, solid, consistent card. Utility belt. Utility belt I didn't run during my 74% win rate on season one. I just made this switch right about now to make this deck tech, This is a switch that I think most people would do, and maybe I should do as well. I'm gonna test it with you guys on season two. I removed two silver Commissioner Gordon and put two utility belt. It's an awesome card that, especially against the aggro, it might find you a must needed Batarang and draws you a card. So it might find you a both in the late stages of the game. So it will fix your curve, it will make you find your boats. Good card all around, and we are gonna test it together. Bluebird, solid 2-3 defender that creates a gadget that can be played with Pedro and has a 25% chance to find what you really want at that particular time. It's an awesome card. Ambush Bug, one of the best bronze drops in the game in the common category. 2-2 deploy, he can finish big dudes with orders like the 7-2 dude that Sea Creature that Aquaman creates. He can clear it and he can finish recruits off, and he can clear, especially against aggro like a man bat, and he will be defending still. He's not just going to be trading up. He's going to be killing man bats or partners in crime or a belly, and he's going to be left there to block. So he's an awesome, awesome card that will always be on more defensive deck and aggro decks. He's going to be stable in energy for a long time to come. Firestorm, our first silver card, is an awesome card that synergizes well with gadgets and with boats. You can line things up and make this be as big as you want. My record number is 16, but it's extremely common to be 8, 6, 8, 10. It's the normal range number that you go for him. Sometimes you need to cast him early and make 4 damage on a roll, but usually you save a little bit more and you go for 6, 8, 10 damage on the line that he's put. So an awesome card that combos really well with gadgets and boats. Wizard Shazam. He's a solid dude, 4 strength, 5 defense with aura. So he's extremely good against Joker decks and against aggro decks that will try to remove him without trading recruits. The start drawn action is extremely strong. Usually he will draw you boats, but he can draw you any action card. He can draw you Bat Cycle, Batmobile, Hellblaze, whatever action you have in the deck. He's extremely strong, and your opponent must deal with him. Otherwise, this recruit will enable your deck and your other cards. Bat Cycle. I'm running one Bat Cycle right now. For the most part of season 1, I ran 2. I switched one Bat Cycle and added a Batmobile to the deck. It's an awesome card that combos really well with Pedro. You cast on 1 silver, Pedro will get +2, and you will activate your Shazam earlier and will create your boats earlier. It's an extremely good card that in the late stages of the game will give evade to your leader and protects you a little bit more against the aggro decks. Robin. Robin is one of the best silver drops in the game, and he's played a lot of times wrong by my opponents that don't understand that he should be played whenever possible in the back row and put something in front of him to protect him. He's that strong. He can take games. So if you don't have the necessity to drop Robin in front of a leader, drop him in the back row and put something in front of him to defend him, and put an Alfred to defend him. Don't put him in front of Alfred. He's way more stronger. He's one of the finishers of the game, and if you activate him twice, odds are that the game is over. Solstice. Solstice makes you draw cards, and with your Batarang or your boats, even Hellblazes and your energy surge. So solid card, 5/5, hard to remove, solid defender, but usually you wanna hold her up so you can drop her and draw a card, and not just drop her without drawing a card. Get your value out of your recruits always. Speedy, card advantage, card draw. You don't get to choose the card that you draw, but you are drawing a removal spell of some sort. So that's pretty useful, and that's why he has him. He can clear some mob that was left behind. He can finish a leader, and most, and especially, he will draw you a card and set you for the next turn with a good removal. Catwoman, one of the most strongest recruits in tactics for sure. He the card steals a gold card, and stealing is way more stronger than copying it. So Catwoman will first of all guarantees if she hits that you're gonna drop a gold card with your gold resource, and that's huge. Second of all, she will give you information of a card that's not in your opponent's deck. Sometimes she's going to steal a unique card like a Dark Seed, a Massacre, a Batmobile, a card that you know that your opponent won't be able to cast. So your opponent might be playing for an out that his deck doesn't have it anymore, and you know it, and he doesn't. That's valuable information. You may steal a Hellblaze and know that's more unlikely for your opponent to be casting a Hellblaze because now he only has one in his deck. So Catwoman, an awesome card. It should be hitting leaders 99% of the time, and still has gold card. And if you are clearing with Catwoman, chances are that you are losing the game. Green Arrow, an awesome removal card. It can clear boards, especially against aggro. You have boats and batarangs to set a correct and good green arrow. Just use it to remove auras and shields when necessary, but mostly to clear boards. Batmobile, as stated, one of my latest additions to the deck. Uh, I I haven't played with it a lot, but it's an awesome card that makes you win games that you shouldn't. Hellblaze, broken card, and I'm making this video before the patch, and that will fix it, but it's broken. Let's see what they do. It's the only card in the game that I think it's broken. Use it while it's broken. Batman, an awesome finisher that gets especially his strength is if you can save gadgets, be the activations from the leader Batman, be from bandages from your butler or utility belt or bluebird. If you can save 2, 3 each, he's gonna draw you 3 cards on the same turn, and that's huge. And he has an ambush that will clear board whenever he's still around. Mr. Terrific draws you a boat or a skates, and either one of them is cool. Of course, you'd rather draw your boats, but if it draws you skates, that's alright because it untaps ready flashy up. Solid defender, 7/7, and solid card all around needed in this deck. Shazam, it's 7 to the face when needed. One of the best defenders in the game because your opponent has to deal with one big dude, and later when he dies, it will create Billy Baxton, and your opponent has to deal with him as well. So it's extremely hard to remove Shazam from the board, and you should be playing him in front of your leaders. Last but not least, Flash. He combos really well with your boats, and he clears boards and win games. And every time that you cast a boat, he will get ready, and uh, that's pretty strong. He's going to be hitting for 9, 12, 15 on a single turn. Skits untaps him as well, and if he's the first card that you are playing on a turn, other energy cards will untap Flash as well. So be reminiscent sense of that and pay attention and line your turns well, you can make Firestorm plus Flash turn that's just nasty. Flash clears one side, Firestorm clears the others, and that's it. That's my deck. That's the deck that I played the most, 300 games on season one, and got me 74% win rate. This is the the breakdown of the deck. Most of the time it was 15-15 because I didn't have utility belts bronze and I had Commissioner Gordon here, and I didn't have Bet Mobile here, and I have another Bet Cycle here. But that's my updated version for season two. I'm gonna be copying the code to leave in the description down below, and I'm gonna be playing one game. Let's see what happens in this game that I play. I might lose, I might win. That doesn't take the fact that the deck is awesome. Let's see what happens. And the season hasn't been reset. I'm still rank number 3. Let's see what happens when I play the deck and go through some of the plays I make. I'm not gonna be talking the whole time. There's gonna be some downtime with my voice, but I'm gonna be talking all the way through with my gameplay decisions. Well, we're gonna be facing a weird pairing. Green arrows attendant. Oh, we ditch our two silvers. We have draws, so we can hit all our silver and something to protect, like Detective Chimp to protect an Alfred. Firestorm already gives me ideas to protect even more Mr. Alfred, so I can cast a big Firestorm later. Let's see what my opponent going to be doing in his first turn. Awesome, he's gonna draw a card only at the start of the turn, and I'm gonna be drawing my card now. So there is that. So far she did the same thing that Alfred did, drew a card and charged his leader. Nice. It's gonna protect his Felicity. We are hoping we can find a battering. Otherwise, Felicity will get increasingly more destructive, and it will probably kill our Alfred. And with the arrow, if he got the bronze arrow, let's see if he chose the bronze arrow or not. I don't think that I ever faced green arrow Zatanna. I don't know what to expect from the deck. Only that it's gonna be a long game because green arrow decks are usually extremely long. Let's see if it's gonna use Felicity to clear Alfred. The card that she draws is more important than the card that I draw because she draws a card and he draws a gadget. He's thinking about it. I think that since he has a good defender to Felicity, he shouldn't make the trade. I'm gonna be extremely happy if he trades. Yeah, as expected, no trade. I also got my John Dingle, and we are gonna go with John Dingle in front of Batman because Detective Chimp is gonna be in front of Alfred. We didn't find our beta rank, but we did find a -2. We're gonna use that. He probably uses Robin. Yes. And now we got our gadget. We're gonna have be able to deal with Felicity the next turn. And if I don't clear, he's gonna have a good trade, but he also is gonna have a good trade no matter what. He's gonna be bigger. He's gonna go for here, but I'm gonna take assets so he doesn't get a favorable trade. So we're gonna clear to make things a little bit harder for him, and we're gonna go. Both leaders are are controllish, so it doesn't matter which one we are gonna choose to hit. I rather go for the one that that has removal all the time. I don't know if it's the right decision to go for Green Arrow instead of Satana. I never faced this combination. He had a really good start, so let's hope that I make the right call. He probably chose a silver arrow, and he wants to choose the free spells on this side. I guess usually they go for it. There are some strong silver, but I think that he's going for free spells with her and silver arrows with green arrow. It would make sense. Yeah, free spells because of Constantine, and things are going to get a little bit harder. It doesn't matter because he just cast that so he could pump his guys. Yeah, I don't think that was the correct play from him um, to drop Constantine for silver, and that's because I'm gonna activate my Shazam and I'm gonna clear that with ease. Let's do what we have to do right now. And we have to clear both of these guys because he's getting too big and she's getting out of control. We're gonna have to use Firestorm early. It's not ideal, but that's what we gotta do. We're gonna have to put him on top of the chimp. It's not ideal, but sometimes you do what you gotta do. Let's keep hitting there. Let's draw a card. And the bandage will make sure that we clear here for 4. And if he doesn't deal with Firestorm, now we will have the option to gadget him and play him again on the later stages of the game. So it was a big turn for us. We cleared his first Constantine, one of his finishers, and now we cleared the middle. That was a problematic um, two recruits that he had there, and we couldn't let him draw more cards. That's okay. That's a card that I don't think that he should be running, but it's going to be extremely strong because he followed up with Robin. We're going to make a little bit harder for him to activate Robin and put 5/5 in front of each and give him -2. Let's go 5/5 here, 5/5 here. I think it's more important to clear the evade. Let's make it a little bit harder for him to activate his Robin. Robin, as I said in the tech takes games over, and he only draws a card. Oh, sorry, he only charges leaders if he survives the attack. So if he doesn't remove our guys or make them small enough so he can attack and survive, and he will not charge his leaders. At the same time, he wants to deal with my Robin for the same reason and deal with my Solstice because it will draw me cards. It's gonna be our first roll with Hellblaze. So we have Hellblaze and Utility Belt, so we can clear 5 power stuff. And yeah, it's gonna be a hard turn for him, but he has gold as well. Maybe he chose a gold arrow that will do exactly that. He can still choose an arrow to clear Solstice, and if he does that, it's gonna be awful. But that's life, right? He can choose the silver arrow that shoots twice. Let's hope he doesn't do that, but he probably will. And then we are gonna have to utilize Hellblaze with GT Belt just to clear Robin. He can't stay on board and, and be that prevalent. He uses good. So this will live, and our Hellblaze is gonna be stronger. I don't know why he played Green Arrow. That was a mistake for sure. Let's go for our Battering. Let's see what we draw with Battering before we cast Hellblaze, just to make sure. Another Hellblaze. Yeah, we are gonna win this game for sure. Now we can set up so we already have a little damage on Green Arrow with Hellblaze plus Energy Storm, uh, but I still think that it's better just to put him in range to die to Shazam next turn or a single Hellblaze and leave some more room so I can deal with Santana. I'm making sure that he doesn't activate it once more. He's gonna activate this time regardless of what I do. So I'm lining things up so the leaders don't activate more than they should. Good. Casting a free spell with nothing, just so he can cast that. He's digging for answers, and so far this is gonna be hitting for 7 more, so it's gonna be going to 9, and we can put 3. Okay. Oh, that's strong, but That's really strong. That's going for 8. If even if he casts one more free spell, yeah. Did I lose? How much is he? 2? Oh, I have to make calculations. I'm gonna be quiet. So that's it for the game. It showcased really well what the deck's capable of. It's a fun deck to play with lots of possibilities, and it had multiple ways to finish the game. So that's it. Let's see if we change the ranks. Now it's still rank 3. So that's it. Enjoy the deck. Hope you have success with it. I know I had. And tell me in the comments down below what you guys think of the deck and how you guys feel about it and if you had success with it. Thank you very much. Good luck on the grind. See you guys the next time. Tomorrow I'm gonna be posting about my Go Big deck, my Aquaman Batman deck that I got 70% win rate with it, 200 games. So see you guys tomorrow. Bye bye.